final outer layer of that bubble where the supersonic wind from the sun is finally slowed down as it turns around and meets the interstellar wind.
So what's there to see beyond the heliosphere? Out here, there is believed to be another field of ice. Not a disk, but a huge sphere known as the Oort cloud.
Probably 1 with 12 zeros is the number of objects in the Oort cloud. And it's a circular structure that extends 10% of the way to the nearest star. It's huge.
If a traveler makes it this far out, they will be teetering on the brink of interstellar space. Because the outer edge of the Oort cloud marks the city limits for our tiny patch of the universe. From here, you can look back and see what makes for a good home. A star that's not too big and not too hot. You'll want a rocky planet with liquid water and protected by a magnetic field. And a good home should have at least one giant gas neighbor whose immense gravity can vacuum up rogue comets. You wouldn't want to live anywhere else, or would you? Because it now seems that beyond our solar system is a whole universe of possibilities.
There's a wild international competition, a race, if you will, to find the first planets around other stars. By far, the most successful technique is something called the wobble technique. It's very simple. We can't see the planet going around the star, so instead we watch the star itself. And a star, of course, will wobble, move in space, because it's yanked on gravitationally by the unseen planet.
Using this method, we found more than 400 exoplanets, alien worlds around other stars. But can these worlds support life?
If we find such a planet, we'll want to zoom in and look to see if we can detect key molecules in the atmosphere like oxygen or ozone. Almost certainly that is evidence of life on that world.
I have no doubt that within a few light years of our Earth, there are other life forms. The much more difficult and daunting question is whether or not intelligent life is common in our galaxy and in our universe.
So how will we know if intelligent life exists on other Earth-like worlds? What will be the telltale signs?
You'll point your radio telescope at that Earth to try to pick up the radio waves, the television transmissions, any other transmissions that intelligent species might be broadcasting, perhaps serendipitously.
Trying to tune into ET's TV may sound far-fetched. But who knows? Maybe they've been watching ours all along.
You are there.
Whether a human traveler will ever make it to the edge of the solar system remains to be seen. But one man has begun the journey. On board New Horizons is a small urn holding the cremated remains of Clyde Tombaugh, the man who discovered Pluto.
He died in the late 90s, and it's very cool that some of his ashes are now on board that spacecraft on their way out to Pluto. And who could have predicted when he discovered Pluto in 1930 that part of him could have actually gone there in person? And I think that's a really wonderful tribute to the person who made this whole thing possible.
But Clyde Tombaugh will not rest here. After flying past Pluto in 2015, New Horizons will keep going.
The spacecraft will continue moving. Newton's laws tell us that, the spacecraft is just going to keep heading out. It won't be operating. We won't be communicating with it, so it'll just be another piece of space junk. We'll say goodbye.
Clyde Tombaugh may be disappointed to learn that Pluto is no longer regarded as a planet. But to become humanity's longest ever space traveler would surely make up for it. And with an estimated 1,000 billion stars in the universe, where he travels to, we can only imagine.